Tarot. So today we have a review of the Bonefire Tarot by Gabi Angus-West. Beautifully packaged in a strong, beautiful flippy box with the little ribbons, a hinge box by Schiffer, with a sensible sized guidebook, which is brilliant. I mean, this, I don't know if I read it cover to cover, but it's really, it's a good reader. It's written, as far as I know, by Gabi Angus-West, who's done the cards, the artwork, so she can write too, because it's, you know, entertaining. It's entertaining. She's just got a little introduction, and have you noticed the print's a bit difficult, but you know, put your reading glasses on because it's worth it. And then the cards are shown, you know, like a coloured picture, not full size, but a coloured picture, a few little prompt words, a few little key phrases, and then her take on it, which sometimes goes on for a while, which is often or always entertaining, and then some symbols at the back. Yeah, each of them. And as we go on to the minor arcana has exactly the same attention. Now, I may as well address it now with you. When I first saw this, I was just blown away by the colours and the plasticky look of the cards, because the cardstock is actually, it looks very thin, but it's very strong, and it's got a lot of lamination on it, but you know, so it's not plastic. But when I first saw it online, I thought, my word, plastic cards, what a great idea. Anyway, so what I wanted to say, why I almost didn't get it, was because for the wands she uses pine cones, and I thought, why is she using pine cones for? They're so clunky. But she explains it here, and it's because the pine cone was an ancient symbol for the pineal gland, which looks similar to that. And the pineal gland is all about where it's your spiritual core. As she says, this gland was thought to be the very center from which life force emanated, the spiritual core, or the battery in which the soul resides. The pine cone represents the intuitive third eye, and the pineal, the place where we connect to God or divinity, if you prefer. So that made total sense to me. The pineal gland regulates the biological rhythms of the body clock, and so it's all about our energy, all about our passion and our spirit. So now, I only understood that after I bought it. So then I thought, okay, I have reconciled myself, and I totally accept and embrace her use of pine cones to represent the wands. So the more I looked at this deck online, the more I liked it, and now that I've bought it, I am so glad I did. The artwork isn't, you know, initially I thought, oh, frivolous boho, you know, haha, funky, but it's kind of like deeper than that. You know, she's got all the symbols there on each card. It's full of symbols, and on the cards there's a minor arcana and there's a major arcana. You've got the name of the card and the number somewhere on there, and then you've got it again at the bottom. You can see it does have borders, but they're, you know, really subtly done. If I could find the full, I can't see the 0 at the minute, but it is there, and when you see it, you will be delighted. And that's the thing about this deck. As you stare at it, you see more things. And another thing I wanted to say about the deck was the Bonefire. There's an explanation on that. That was the old folklore, traditional burnings, and every spring, I think the Beltane Festival, they'd have a big bonfire, what we call now a bonfire, but they have a big bonfire, and all the, she's written it beautifully. I mean, where did it's in here. There's a whole explanation on the bonfire, but it was, you know, in the ancient times, or not so ancient times, when spring came around, you got all the junk that had been piling up over the year, especially over the winter. Made a big bonfire, or a bonefire. At the base of that was all the old bones from the from the year's food that you've been eating. They'd save it up and put it on the bottom of the fire, and then they'd drive the cattle through the smoke to ensure fertility and a good harvest that year. So it's nothing in here is random. This is a well thought out deck, and in this book you will find all these snippets of information, because I've been reading the book a lot, far more than I normally would read a book that accompanies a deck. And I found here at the back she's got a glossary of the bonfire symbols. So if you're looking at a card and you're thinking, oh, why on earth is she? I just find something, because I saw the page of. I saw the page of coins and I thought, oh, that's sweet. He's making, or she's making lemonade. Aha. You know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But, you know, so that was true. Got lemons, make lemonade. Youthful industry, which is all about the page of coins. Entrepreneurial spirit to show promise. So all her things, and you'll see that the bonfire is often appearing, mostly appearing anyway, but lots of images you'll see again and again, and you can get a quick reference to them here. Things like the anchor, and there's bitten apple and a whole apple, and various symbols that are used in the deck. And she's got a couple of spreads at the back. Go in there. So that's the Bonefire Tarot. I don't know if I'm going to go through all the cards. I'll just flip through them quickly with you. When you put them together, now because they've been split up like that, you've got that split there that tends to appear, but that will go after shuffling and use, and I will definitely be putting these into a bag, because that's not how I would keep the cards. And this box, I think I'd take that out and I can use the box for something else. But the book I'll be using, I'll certainly be reading more and more of the book. But there's the style of the images, and I'm sure I might do a proper flip through, but I just can't wait to get on and use it now. This is lovely. Maybe feeling a bit sticky at first. I wonder how they shuffle. Oh, and interestingly, these are not entirely reversible. Almost. But if you look very, very carefully, you've got the suits. So if you reversed it, you know, it's not entirely reversible. And that's because Gabi doesn't really go in for reversing. But it, you know, if you wanted to, you could. No one's going to stop you. I quite agree with her. There's so much in these anyway. And, you know, her explanations, whether upright or not, she's got a dark and a light side. So these do shuffle easily. I thought that that I wouldn't be able to shuffle them, to be honest. With the shape they are, I thought the square shape might be a bit weird, but yeah, I mean, my shuffling is probably not brilliant. But you can, oh, I was going to say you can manage them this way as well. It's too many fallen out to do an actual reading with, but there you go. Yeah, that is the Bonefire Tarot by Gabi Angus-West, published by Schiffer and available freely. So it's not an indie deck, you know, it's freely available at a decent price, and I would highly recommend it. I'm going to enjoy using it. So thank you for watching to the end, and God bless you till we meet again.